A couple of years ago, the phrase drone with artificial intelligence evoked associations with a not-so-distant future. In reality, things turned out quite differently. Such drones were already in development and are proving their effectiveness right now. Specifically, Product 53 is the most advanced UAV, utilizing all its innovations to the fullest, which we will discuss in more detail today. Let's start with the good news. There is increasing evidence that the latest version of the Lancet, also known as Product 53, has transitioned from limited trials to full-scale deployment. Saying this is a huge step forward is an understatement. At first glance, there doesn't seem to be anything particularly special about it. The specifications are roughly the same, the warhead is similar, and it features comparable cameras and thermal imagers. So, what's the key difference? It lies in the brains of the product. On board is an advanced artificial intelligence system that allows the drone to operate autonomously. Product 53 can independently identify its surroundings, prioritize multiple targets, and strike the most dangerous or significant one. At first, this may sound ordinary, but this single addition of AI brings a cascade of advantages that no other loitering munition can match. The first and most crucial advantage is the safety of operators. Shooting down any version of the Lancet is an extremely challenging task, so adversaries focus on targeting the operators instead. Significant resources, such as expensive HIMARS rockets, are dedicated to this effort with no sparing of ammunition. While the Lancet flies toward its target, the operator must manually control the drone, remaining vulnerable for up to an hour of real-time operation. This extended duration makes it feasible to detect and target the control point. AI solves this problem. That's the first benefit, but there's also a second, equally significant one: autonomous operation in conditions of electronic warfare. Contrary to popular belief, electronic warfare does not fry a device's electronics like in science fiction, turning it into a heap of plastic and metal. Such damage is only possible with a sufficiently strong electromagnetic pulse. Classical EW, however, disrupts the communication channel between the operator and the munition. With enough jamming stations, you can render the operation of simpler UAVs ineffective or entirely impossible, a limitation even earlier versions of the Lancet couldn't fully avoid, though they were harder to suppress. Despite this, it was impossible to completely bypass U interference, meaning operational efficiency could be compromised. For example, Lancets typically work individually, so if one misses its target, regardless of its importance, the target may escape. Naturally, Product 53 completely resolves this issue by eliminating the need for external control. The operator merely monitors the drone, which performs all tasks autonomously and allows for adjustments if necessary. This opens up significant opportunities for operations in heavily protected areas with robust defenses where conventional drones lose effectiveness. Speaking of fortified areas, another substantial advantage of Product 53 is its ability to operate in groups. Here's how it works. Multiple units are launched simultaneously, moving toward a designated zone to search for targets. Previously, the number of operators had to match the number of drones, but now a single operator can oversee the entire automated process. The effectiveness is remarkable. Entire swarms of drones can remain in the air, creating an environment where adversaries cannot move freely, let alone deploy equipment. Furthermore, based on earlier statements from developers, this system is compatible not only with strike drones but also with reconnaissance versions. The primary advantage of these reconnaissance drones is their significantly longer flight duration, allowing continuous area surveillance and information exchange between drones. In essence, Product 53 represents a giant leap forward, though still primarily on paper. What about reality? According to reports, this tactic was tested a few months ago and proved effective. This isn't a hypothetical scenario showcasing AI advantages, but real-world experience, the details of which will become public over time. On the other hand, all this suggests the need for a large-scale production series, as deploying it in limited numbers is not particularly efficient. It seems the production capacity is ready for this, and past experience shows that the defense industry can adapt to such challenges. In conclusion, it is hard to imagine a more complex and dangerous machine than Product 53. The only area for improvement that comes to mind is enhancing drone autonomy, as this directly impacts flight range and the ability to target assets farther from the front line, such as HIMARS, various radar systems, and other critical objectives. Regardless, our defense sector consistently demonstrates progress, which is undoubtedly encouraging. Drones have clearly become the cornerstone of 21st century warfare, if not the decisive factor.